Step right up to a come one, come all scrapbook layout tutorial. I'm Charee Filimoehala here at the Graphic 45 headquarters, and today I'm going to teach you how to create a gorgeous 12 by 12 scrapbooking layout using some of your leftovers from our come one, come all DIY tag album. Of course, you can always use whatever leftovers you've got in your stash. You're just going to need some 12 by 12 papers and some fussy cutting scissors to get started. So if you're not already a Club G45 subscriber, you can pick up this kit on our website, g45papers.com, or head on over to your local G45 retailer to join the club. This month we are creating this gorgeous layout as well as this DIY tag album. Both projects have been created for us by Maria Cole. And if you know her work, you know she does amazing projects each month. So we're going to have a lot of fun learning these new techniques. So we encourage you to grab your supplies and join us for this fun and fabulous scrapbook tutorial. To get started on creating our layout, we are going to be using our project sheet as a reference guide. Of course, I'm going to give you all the measurements in this video tutorial, so you don't need this, but if you want to have it, you can go to our website, g45papers.com. On the top right-hand side, there's an inspiration tab. Click that and go down to project sheets, and there you will find our volume 10 featuring come one, come all, the DIY tag album, and layout project sheet. Step one, we need a nice solid of a black paper. So we are using our black text paper from our patterns and solids from come one, come all. And this has been cut to 12 inches by 8 3/4 of an inch. Of course, if you are following along at home, you could use whatever coordinating cardstock or patterns and solids you'd like. Step two, we have taken our red text pattern paper from our patterns and solids, and we're going to be using the solid red side on this. And we are going to cut this to be 5 by 7 inches, one to be 5 by 4.5, and then we want 4 little guys to be 2 inches by 1/2 of an inch. Step three, we're going to take the big show, and we've cut one to be 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and a second one to be 4 3/4 by 4 1/4. Step four, I'm using some leftovers from our DIY tag album that we also created this month with our volume 10 kit. If you're looking for this tutorial, you can find it in the description below. And so anyway, from our leftover floral gala paper, we are going to do some fussy cutting and cut out this beautiful blossom, this little yellow flower, and one leaf. And then this came from our That's Incredible paper that we cut apart for our album. You can also just go ahead and grab it if you haven't made the album yet from your That's Incredible paper. And also leftovers from our album or from your Get Your Ticket paper, we are going to take out these 2 black borders and a medium ticket and a small ticket, all from that one paper. So step 6, we are going to create some DIY photo corners from these little guys. So I think it's just easiest to take both ends, hold each end, and then just turn towards each other, turning those corners towards each other. And you can see it's just naturally starting to make a point. Once you have your point in motion, you can just set that down and use your fingernail or a bone folder to set your corner. And then when you flip that over, you'll have a nice, beautiful little DIY photo corner. So again, you can follow the directions which say to mark a line with your pencil in the center and then fold down that center line one side at a time, or you can just eyeball it as well, like so, creating our little point like this. And then when you flip it over, that's our little DIY photo corner that our photos and decorative papers can pop in and out of, and gives you that nice little vintage scrapbook look. Step 7, we are going to take our Big Show paper and the red solid papers that we have, and I'm going to put a photo corner in the top left and the bottom right, and I'm going to place this on my largest red solid just so I can get an idea of where I would like it all to go. And then once I have it in place, I can use my pencil to make a few little marks, and now I know where I want to adhere these down. Of course, you can eyeball it and do about 1/8 of an inch from the top and sides, but just because everybody's paper trimmers are a little bit different, I kind of like to make sure that my photo mat that I'm going to be putting in there and using is going to fit for my corners. So you do you, and then let us know how it goes. So we're doing the same thing here. Put one in the top left corner and one in the bottom right. Find the placement you like and mark where you like those to go. Add your adhesive to your 2 little separate flaps. Adhere this down. Okay, so now this one should be dry enough that I can pop that photo mat in there, and it fits perfectly. And let's try this bad boy out over here. And voila, those look great. Now I can add my photos to here, or I can always pop these papers out and just add my photos directly into my photo corners. Just however you like it, what looks best with what you're doing. Step 8, we're taking our Come One, Come All paper, and I've just trimmed off the info strip, so it's 12 inches by 12 inches, a beautiful striped canvas. And now I'm just going to adhere this on to the center of my stripes. You can see I did a little flub, so save my paper first and then burnish down. We can always clean up our table later. And if I was reading the directions carefully, I would have seen that it said about 1.25 inches from the top. So this isn't too far off from that, about 1.5 inches. So go ahead and adhere this weighted a little bit more heavily to the top. Adhere your black border strips flush with that top black edge and bottom edge, one on each side. And then adhere photo mats down. I've got my largest one on my left-hand side, about 1/2 inch from the left and equal from top and bottom. And my little guy is gonna go about equal distance between this red edge and my edge of my paper, and about I don't know, 1/4 of an inch from the bottom black edge. Add Ferris wheel flush with the left-hand edge of our smaller photo mat. Then the medium ticket towards the right on a bottom sloping angle. Next, our smallest admit 1 ticket goes right over the top of that. And we're going to put our green leaf just over the edge of our medium ticket with some foam adhesive popped up yellow flower, making sure not to cover this beauty's face. Then add some foam adhesive to your beautiful fussy cut floral, and this is going to go towards the bottom left, making sure that I am not obstructing where I can put in my photo and photo mat. So perfect. And now we're gonna add some Let's Have Some Fun sticker, and with some foam adhesive on the back of these little banners, I am going to adhere these towards the top middle of our photo mat, just a little bit over our black border. So there you have it. We have a beautiful, dimensional, fun layout. And we love how this just utilized up our scraps from our DIY tag album. So showing you that you don't have to let anything go to waste. You can use up those leftover papers to create something memorable like this layout. We hope that you've enjoyed creating along with us today, and we'd love to see your layout. So go ahead and share that with us on Instagram using that graphic45 hashtag. And if you're looking for more great tutorials like these, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you know every time we upload a new video. We thank you so much for joining us today. And as always, we wish you happy paper crafting.